Okay. So what do we have here?
This is Lucy. Lucy is a Eurasian eagle owl.
Okay.
Eurasian eagle owls are going to be one of the largest owls in the world, but them, showing off your wings, them being the largest owl in the world, they only weigh 5 pounds.
That's it?
Yeah, so birds of prey and birds in general, they want to stay really light because they're flying up in the air.
Okay.
So they have hollow bones and they are all made of feather and fluff. So they're actually quite light, but of course, over time, seems she gets a little bit heavier when she's on the hand, but they're still gonna weigh the same 5 pounds, and they have
this
a
owl
6
only
foot
weighs
wingspan.
5 pounds?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It
they
looks
range
so
from
much
like
heavier.
no, yeah, they are always gonna be really light because they want to fly for long periods, and birds in general, since they do a lot of flying, they're gonna be pretty light in weight. They also have like ways to help them fly for long periods, the way that they kind of keep their air systems or their airways, the way that it flows, it helps them kind of stay longer up in the air. They also are going to lay their eggs to stay really nice and light as well, so that they have the ability to fly. So if you have like a bird that's not flying, they're most likely full. So a lot of the times they're not going to fly unless they want to hunt. So these are known as birds of prey, the silent flight birds of prey. They have fimbriae kind of on the end of their feathers that give them silent flight. So to demonstrate that, it's more like eagles and hawks, their feathers will kind of come to a complete end, but for owls, they have more spread out feathers. So that helps them with silent flight, and they're gonna hunt more at night. So these guys have an orange color to their eyes, which lets you know that they're crepuscular. They're gonna be doing most of their hunting at dawn and dusk. So that's kind of that eye color difference.
So that orange helps with seeing at night?
Yeah, it'll kind of bring more light inside of their eyes so that they can see more. And then they have amazing hearing as well. So they have asymmetrical ear holes that you can't see, but they're holes on the side of their head. And one is up high and the other is down low to help them with kind of hearing all around them. So any type of small mouse or even just like a bird above them or things like that as well, it helps them. Really good camouflage, so they can blend in really well with trees. And then when they are hunting, they use their eyesight, which is almost like having a telescope in our head. They can read a newspaper from the other side of a football field, is how good their vision is how they'll be able to see really far to see those small critters that they're going to want to be hunting.
They can see that well?
Yeah, so their eyes are very powerful to see super far. For us, it's more like our eyes are like a magnifying glass. We can see up close. For these guys, they want to see really far, so they actually have a bone connecting their eyes to their skull, and they're gonna be fixed forward. So they're always gonna be looking straight, which is why they get extra bones in their neck. So they evolved to have those extra bones in their neck to be able to see all around. So when she's rotating her head or swiveling her head around, she's going about 270 degrees. And that is because her eyes are only fixed forward. So like us, we can move our eyeballs around, look left, look right, look up, look down without moving our head. But birds of prey cannot do that. So their eyes are always going to stay facing forward, and so that's why she'll kind of swivel around.
Is that all birds of prey, or that's owls specifically?
It's more noticeable with owls, but birds of prey all kind of will be able to rotate their head all around because their eyes are very good.
So I noticed that. I saw the eagle one time. I know, not like an owl, but I noticed it would kind of.
It is. It's like more noticeable because of their head shape, kind of being more this size.
Yeah, they have a big head.
And then the other guys have a different head shape, but they do have that same ability to kind of rotate their head, kind of the same as the owl. But yeah, you can kind of tell that she is very nice and beautiful, and she's nice and relaxed. So I'm glad.
How old is she?
I don't know her exact age. She was captive born and then transferred here to our facility. And so they just didn't have room for her, so she was brought to our facility. So that's why we house her here. So I don't know her exact age. I think she may be younger than 10, I believe.
Do we know how long these type of owls can live?
Most birds of prey can live into their 20s under human care.
Really?
Yeah. So they can live pretty much like a good,
like a good chunk of life. Yeah. Now, you said most of it's how, so do owls have really long legs?
Yeah, so kind of, I could lift her body and like,
I can kind of see
they'll kind of go up. Yeah, they will fluff up their feathers to look really large, but yeah, they'll kind of look like when they're running little chickens.
Really?
If they do, yeah, lift up their legs, but yeah, it'll depend. And then I always like to talk about, she has feathers that kind of go all the way down to her talons.
Let me see.
So all this kind of looks like hair, but those are feathers. And that's how you know what type of environment the animal's gonna be in. She has her feathers going all the way down to her talons, so she's gonna live in kind of like colder environments, or environments that are gonna be a little bit more on the colder side. And then say like a parrot has shorts on. Their feathers kind of go down to just like above their knee or something, like you would describe it. So they live in warmer climates. So that's kind of, you can kind of like tell. Yeah.
So this
more
type
insulation. It'll aid them in being able to keep
it's like
more.
Wearing boots versus like
shorts. Yeah.
Oh, that's, I never
thought about it.
Cool,
like
because I have a parrot. I never thought like, yeah, you could see most of the leg.
Yeah, so I always like to say that like birds and reptiles, they're very closely related. So birds have scales on their feet.
Okay.
And so that's how you can cool down a bird as well, is that you can kind of spray them down. That's what we'll do if they get really hot, because they can't regulate their heat like we can.
Okay.
They don't sweat, they pant like a dog. So if she starts to get really hot, she'll start to open her mouth and she'll start to pant.
Okay.
And then you can cool them down by kind of giving them some water. They'll lay their feet in water. So like those bird baths, birds are kind of playing around in water. They're cooling themselves down as well.
So you would cool this owl down by wetting the feet?
Yeah, wetting the feet, or just like spraying her face too, spraying her body.
What does an owl like this typically eat?
We'll feed them a bird of prey diet, so every single day we'll give them kind of ground up meat, but on Wednesdays and Saturdays they're gonna have whole prey. So they'll get a small or medium-sized rat, about 100 grams.
Okay.
And we'll give them that. So Lucy's fully flighted, she can still fly, so we'll actually do flight training with her with the rat. It's her biggest motivator. She likes it the most, so she gets trained to do some flight training, which just aids her in giving her some exercise, and eventually we can do some cool demonstrations with it as well. So the difference is, like, rather than being attached to a glove like she is here, she's going to be attached to a creance or a long lead.
Okay.
And so we would replace this with that long lead, and from point A to point B, so say from one point to the other, creance will be in the middle of that point, so that she just has enough lead to go from one side to the other.
Do you do the flight training here?
We do it in our back area for now. She's still learning, so we want to make sure a bird up is a real thing. They tend to, if say there was a squirrel, if we were doing some flight training, that doesn't stop her from trying to, you know, go after it. So
really?
We're still working on focus and making sure she goes from point A to point B, but she's been really good. So it's more of just making sure that we're confident in her ability, as well as, you know, like guests. So we're hoping eventually we can do a couple in front of guests, but it still takes time.
Sure.
But she's been doing it for quite some time, so she's really good. And she is just adjusting herself because of the wind a little bit.
Wow, how big are the talons? They're fairly large.
Oh, they're really long, yeah. I mean, I would probably say like an inch or longer. And they use that to pick up their food. A really cool thing about birds of prey is when they're relaxed, they actually are going to kind of close their foot in a fist like this, as tight as they can, and they'll lift it up, kind of like a flamingo. So a relaxed position for a bird is either lifting up or actually outstretching their foot, but kind of holding on really tight. And that's because when they do pick up prey, when they're flying away, they want to make sure that they're not going to lose it. If their relaxed position is an open palm, their food is
Makes
falling.
sense, like if you have a fistful.
And so they're gonna hold on to it.
Oh, you're saying when they get their prey, they do that?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
They'll lock their feet, and then they'll be able to hold on to their prey as they fly away.
Now, this type of owl is what again? It's called a
Eurasian eagle owl.
So where are these native to?
Europe and Asia.
Europe and Asia? Okay.
Yeah.
So is this, and you said this is the second largest?
Yeah, second largest owl in the world.
Do we know what the biggest owl is? Is it that monkey eating one?
I think it's called a blackfish owl.
Blackfish?
I have to, yeah.
Okay.
I'd have to look it up.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah. So they're probably a little, it's like, I believe it's the one that almost looks like someone sat on his face. That's one of the large, I forget, there's so many types of birds, but he has kind of just like this wider face and like kind of these circle, you'll see.
Because there's that one that eats monkeys. I think it's called the, forget the name of it. They eat monkeys, but I know forget the name of them, but they're very, very large. Well, they have really big talons, so they eat monkeys and sloths. So I forget the name of it, but I know it's one of the bigger ones.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful. So this now, can this female breed, or does she breed at all, or no?
No, she does not.
No.
She lives with her sister. So she lives with another female.
Oh, okay.
So we don't. It's just a female and another female.
Okay. So no breeding for them.
No.
Okay, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
So she weighs about 5 pounds.
Yeah.
And then they always have to face forward. That's why they have to turn the head.
They have 14 bones in their neck, so they
14.
can rotate their head 270 degrees. Their eyes are fixed forward, but they can still move their head around. So you can kind of see that they just can't move their eyeballs around.
Yeah, like how we can.
Right. So like we can hold our head straight and still look left, right, up, and down, but they can't do that.
Makes sense.
Because their eyes are fixed in their head.
Now, okay, so now are owls the only birds that can go 270 like that?
I believe all birds of prey are able to. You're just able to notice it more with the owls because of their head shape.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so all birds of prey can move their head.
Yeah, it just aids them because they need to see really far. So it's basically the seeing really far. So there's more muscles in the head for them to see really far.
Right.
And they also have bones connecting their eyes to their skulls because they have so many types of like muscles. I'm not really sure of the anatomy, but it's just to be able to see really far, they're gonna have those larger kinds of eyes, and so
yeah, that makes sense.
That's why they have to.
And you said the ear. You know what? I don't know why I always thought that. You see those little things up top? I don't know why I thought those were the ears.
The ear tufts,
So those are not the ears, right?
They're not ears. They're still feathers. They just act in communicating. So they'll lift those up. They'll put them down to communicate with other owls. Don't do it. She's getting a little curious. She wanted to debate.
Oh, she saw something?
Yeah.
Oh, the monkey?
Yeah.
Oh, the monkeys. Okay.
No, she's just kind of looking around. It may have been Ruger.
The giraffe?
Yeah, sometimes she gets really curious. But she just ate, so she should be pretty fine. But, yeah, she...
Yeah, no, she's a very beautiful... So in the wild, do we know how long she would live if she was in the wild? Probably like half?
Yeah, I would say
10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So here she'll live.
Yeah.
So here she'll live a good life.
Yes.
Okay, so that's her sister. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's a beautiful, let me get it. She's a very pretty girl. I wonder what they think when they come out like this and they see all these other animals. Like,
they get really curious. It depends. I mean, sometimes she just like doesn't even care, and some days, you know, things can be moving a lot, like around a lot more, and she'll kind of go. There are times where she does bait, and I think my shoulder's gonna pop out of my socket because they're really strong when they are flying. So, you know, I'm always really cautious. But as long as I'm a good perch for her and I'm a good branch, she's gonna, you know, stay fine. But I'm just hoping a squirrel doesn't run by.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing.
No problem.
Let me get one last one. Yeah. What's her name again?
Her name's Lucy.
Hi, Lucy.
Yeah. And then if you like, you can do a gentle touch on her wing, just like this. Just to kind of feel what her feathers feel like.
Oh, wow. Yeah. They're so soft. I don't think I've ever touched a feather. Why is it so soft? That's incredibly soft. It's almost like that's almost like a like silk.
Yeah, they are really soft. I mean, it aids in kind of insulating themselves to keep themselves warm. It's also waterproof too, so if she's ever in the rain, the water droplets kind of drizzle off.
Yeah.
But I think it's the collection of them all together that kind of make them really soft.
Yeah, because I've held feathers of other birds, but that for sure is the soft. It was like like that's a real I'd like that in a pillow. Like, now obviously I wouldn't want to kill the owl to get it, but
don't do that.
No. But it felt really nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing. Her name again is
Lucy.
Thank you for sharing Lucy with us. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.